Take a breath all the way down from the pelvic floor, feeling from your hips into the belly, all the way up. And exhaling, coming back down, feeling your sit bones grounding onto the floor. With every new breath, you are noticing more sensations in your body. Any sensation, can you invite it to the room and accept that it's there? Even tension, feelings of space, warmth and cold. So realizing that right now we have everything we need to drop in, arrive home to yourself. So let's move from that place of gentleness and softness and always checking in with yourself. How does this feel for your body? How does this resonate within your ecosystem? And let's take another few breaths in. Let's make it 2. And you have another opportunity to make a little sound, because I'm going to ask you to make a humming sound. And this is very, very nice for your nervous system, because your longest nerve of your body gets that little bit of vibration. So we're going to do it together whenever you're ready. Start inhaling. Everything is soft as you inhale. Keep your mouth closed and you can just hum. Inhale. And we do it one more time. Try to keep going all the way to the end. Don't be shy. Next breath you can take normally and feel this vibration through your body. Next breath in, you can blink your eyes open and come back to this room. And I hope you really felt a little bit of vibration around the spine. We're going to start gently moving around. So bring your hands into your knees and imagine you're just rocking around your sit bones, making the circle very, very small. So we feel that the hips stay grounded and your body can move around. And whenever you're ready, you can start making the circle a bit bigger. We're just exploring. There's no right or wrong yet. Giving you another moment to just talk to your body. And we're going to switch. So start small again. Maybe this time you can move your spine in the places that you normally don't move. A bit more chest, maybe a little bit more belly, maybe even adding the neck. Beautiful. And you can slowly come back to the center. Find a nice right feeling in the center. And one more breath as you inhale. Feel that we can breathe into the east and west. I'm showing with my hands where that breath is going out and down. And as we exhale, we just think, hugging yourself back. So keep that breath just gently going. And as you inhale, let's raise the right arm up. Allow the shoulder to come up to the ear so you can expand through that right side of your body. Wherever your hand is, we want to think rib cage. So even you can take your hand and try to bend just a little bit, feeling that right side getting bigger and bigger. And then maybe put your fingers on the floor for a little support. And let's take a few breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, pull it down. So by breathing through the mouth, you allow the deep abdominals to help you to contract. So it's going to be a little bit of an ab workout. Stay with it. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Hug it back to the center. And let's twist our chest to the floor. So we're going to look to the right side and twist the chest. Inhale. We're going to come back to the center. And exhale. Try to move from the rib cage. So it's not your arms so much, but it's really the upper body. And it doesn't matter if it's moving very little, but try to really feel we're moving from the rib cage and we're moving with the breath. So if it makes it easier to hold your hand there, you can just keep it there. And this is our little bit of a twist. We're going to repeat it later. So feel how small it is, but how much it's coming from your belly and from your chest. And let's do it one more time. As you exhale, keep on twisting and squeezing, exhaling, and you can allow this right hand to come down next to the left and stay in that side bend, a little bit of a twist here. Relax your head. Take a deeper breath in. Can you breathe more space into your back, into your shoulder blades? And feel that this twist is really happening in the center of the body. One more breath like this. And as you exhale, stay here. We're going to take a dramatic transition. Right hand is going to come up. Left hand is going to come up. And we're on the other side. So inhale first. Lift, lift, lift. This is more for the rib cage than your shoulders. So feel the rib cage coming up. Take your hand for a moment here and open as you're twisting. So notice it's not a big twist, but we feel a lot of space under the head. And then you can put your fingers on the floor, gently, lightly. You can push yourself away from there. Inhale to that left side. Notice it might feel a bit more sticky, and that's completely fine. Just pay attention. Keep on breathing. Maybe a bit more than normally. And as you exhale, let's use that breath. Exhale, exhale, and then twist, 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 twist. Your chest is twisting. We are pointing your chest towards the ground. Inhale, we come back to our twist. We lift and open the ribs. And exhale, twist and open. You can always try to do it without the hand of support. And then you can really feel those abs actually helping us with the twist. Because your biggest breathing muscle is actually your six pack. So let's use it for functional reason here. So next time you're twisting, you can bring both hands down. Keep that feeling of slouching over. So we can open the space between your shoulder blades, shake the head off. Keep on breathing into the back. You can even push the floor away to get a bit more space. One more breath in and out. Really finish that exhalation. And as you inhale, come back. We transition to the other side one more time, but this time we're just going to bring the feet there and we're going to roll down here very slowly. So today is a bit more about the hamstrings, but before we go and lie down, I wanted to just explain that your hamstring is actually part of this long line coming from your foot through the calf, all the way, all the way, all the way. It doesn't finish here. It goes up, 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 up into the head. So when we talk about hamstrings, we're going to be talking about this whole back chain of the body, and everything will become clear as we go. So let's roll down. Roll down. Your feet are nicely on the floor. Push them down into the ground. And then roll your tailbone under, like you're trying to point your tailbone towards your knees. Feel that your hips are tilting a little bit, and then push into your feet and lift your hips up for the low bridge. So we have this very small lift, but everything is coming into your glutes. So you can even take your hands, give them a little signal to fire up. I'm going to inhale, really lengthen through the front. So you feel nice stretch in the front of your body. And we're going to warm up the wrists. So take your hands up to the ceiling, spread the fingers wide like you're holding a tray. Inhale, exhale. Still working that breath. And we're going to pull on the fingers on the right hand, open the wrist. Your feet should be right under your knees. So Nina, come a little bit closer, exactly. It's just for the back. So if you feel your hamstrings too much, make it a bit smaller or come a bit lower. Can you feel that breath here as well, expanding into the left and right on the inhalation and making you do that little squeeze on the exhalation. Let's switch the wrists. So putting on the left finger, still working through the glutes. So for your hamstrings to be able to stretch and lengthen, they also need to be activated and strengthened actually. Another breath here. Stay strong with the glutes. We're working endurance here. And as you exhale, we're going to place the hands on the hips and try to go very slowly, like we're going vertebrae after vertebrae, trying to roll the spine down. So we really feel that the tailbone, it's coming down as the last step. And we're going to bring the knees to the chest, give them a few little circles, each hand on each knee. We're going to work a lot on the hip mobility as well, because that's where the hamstrings are getting attached. So we're going to do a position called happy baby, but we're going to make it a little bit more funky. So you can put your right foot down on the ground, and then you can just take your left hand to the side and hook around your big toe. It doesn't matter if your knee is bent. We have that half happy baby here. And now we're going to inhale. We're going to take the hand behind your head. And as you exhale, can you blow the air down, push into your back, and maybe lift your head up. So we're not trying to pull on your head. We're trying to push down into your lower back. So let's inhale, slowly come down. I'm going to do it a few times. Exhale, push into your lower back, push into your foot, and try to use that power to come up. You can move your face back into your hand, like you're trying to lift back to really release the face. Inhale. And then exhale, let's come up. Maybe you can try to straighten the leg a little bit. It's all up to you. If there is a bit more space, we can try to straighten the leg while the head is up. Inhale, come down. The knee comes down. So we're doing a bit of a stretch, a bit of up workout. One more time. Exhale. Now can you lift the tailbone a little bit higher? Push into your lower back and lift the tailbone. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing great. Come inhale one more time. And exhale, push into your back. So really think about lifting up from your belly. Lift your head, not from your neck, and then lift your tailbone. Lift your tailbone, maybe straighten the leg. This one is funky. Okay, we're gonna come down, inhale. We're gonna release the head, release the hand, but keep that foot up. And maybe you can straighten the leg a little bit more, but don't worry if it's still bent. Really relax the neck here and feel where you have the most weight, because we have contact with the floor under the lower back. So we can always use that feedback. Let's release that foot, put it on the ground, nice and bent. Find the grounding for the foot, so your foot is helping you here as well. I'm gonna switch the legs. And again, this is very much a breath exercise, so take your time. We're gonna inhale, stay down. As you exhale, first allow your ribs to come down. Pull those curtains down so you can lift your chest up. Push it down into your tailbone, into your lower back. Your face is relaxed. You can see I can still talk to you. Inhale, come down. Exhale, push into your lower back to get up. So we're working that back line of the body. We are lengthening everything, not just the hamstring. Inhale. Exhale, push into your back. So don't pull on your head. Try to push down to get up. Move your face back into your hands. Maybe straighten the leg a bit more. We're gonna inhale. Come down, working with the breath. I hope it's getting easier. Exhale. Use the breath to lift up. Really feeling those curtains pulling down. And then maybe you can lift the tailbone. Lift the tailbone. It's a bit freaky, but I believe you will find it. Slowly come down. Let's do it one more time. Last time, make the best one. Exhale. Use the breath. Pull the curtains down. Lift the head, lift the tailbone. Maybe straighten the leg. One of the legs always feels a bit more flexible. Inhale, slowly come down. Relax your left hand from your head, relax your face, maybe straighten the leg a little bit more. See if it feels a bit different, because this is very much stimulating this entire nerve of your body. We're getting a little bit stronger in the front of the body, so the back of your body can lengthen and open. There has to be a balance in the body, otherwise something gets tight, like those hamstrings that we tend to complain a lot. So you can release your leg, you can shake them off a little bit. Feel the difference now between the legs. You can put the feet down. Notice how much activation we got from this. And then we're going to take the knees to the chest and roll a few times, back it down. This is also that nice back line of the body. So give the massage, take your time. Amazing. So your knees can stay bent throughout the whole flow. We want to feel the stretch closer to your hip, maybe something in the lower back. That will help those hamstrings to stay very strong and resilient, and hopefully they get a bit more flexible. Let's roll onto your hands and knees. Beautiful. And we're just going to take one moment to connect to the breath here. Find your hands on the ground, push into your fingers and into your knuckles. So we have this nice grabbing feeling in the hands. Inhale, exhale. Let's do a little cat and cow. So pull your hands to your feet and open your chest to the front. Inhale. Exhale, push the floor away. Tuck your tailbone under you so you can open the back. Use that moment to squeeze the butt a little bit more. Inhale, drag your hands to your knees so you can feel your back activating. Exhale, tailbone down, chin to the chest, activate the front of the body. One more time, you can do it in your own tempo. Maybe still feels a bit sticky, just allow yourself to feel into your spine. And one more time, we're gonna come back to the center. So find the feeling right in the middle, curl your toes, lift your knees up first, and then lift your hips up, keeping the knees nice and bent so we can push the ground away for our dog pose. So bend your knees, bend your knees. Bend your knees, guys. I'm not joking. Big bend, big bend. Look at my knees. They are at least 45 degrees. Edo, you can bend your knees. I mean it. All right, guys, one more time because you're still not bending the knees. Thank you. That's bend knees. Thank you. I really mean it. I really mean it. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Okay, we're going to have to do it in private, I think, because bend knees are not that hard. Yeah, not that hard. Okay, let's inhale. Lift your hips up. Come up onto your heels. Think about this coming from your hips, not so much from your legs. And then walk your feet towards your hands. And here we again going to bend your knees. So if you don't feel like you can bend your knees here, I'm pretty sure you can. So this is the bend knee. And we're going to do the same thing in the dog pose. So just so you know, there's no straight legs in the dog pose today. Inhale, lift your chest up. Can you lengthen the spine a little bit here? As we exhale, we're just going to fold over. And we're going to try to roll up. Spine, one vertebrae after vertebrae. Keep your knees bent. Exhale and start rolling. So we're going to go belly button. Then the bottom of the rib cage. Go slowly. Chest. Keep your knees bent, Nina. Chin to the chest. And going up. As the rule of the thumb is, we never straighten the knees here. Try to remember this. It's going to be really, really nice for your back later on. Okay, we're going to begin our flow. So here already, you can soften the knees a bit. They are nice and soft. This is how we can take the energy from the feet, from the floor, and lift it up to your spine. So as you inhale, reach your hands to the front, really reach them forward. And as you exhale, you can come up by the ears. Allow yourself to get longer through the left and the right side of your body. Exhale, bend your knees and sit back like there is a chair behind you. Hands on the floor, we're going to step the right foot back. Beautiful. And you can move that right foot a little bit more to the front for a moment and feel your hips are right in the center of your legs. So your right glute is working. We're going to inhale and just reach the hands forward and up. Exhale, stay there and pull the ribs down. So find that stretch in the front of your right hip by lengthening up, 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 like we're lifting everything to the ceiling. One more breath like this, so you can really open those hips. As you exhale, we're going to place the hands on the floor for the plank. So right leg is there, straighten it and slide your left next to the right. Keep that attention on your feet as you're squeezing your butt. We're going to drop the knees and lower as much in one piece as possible. Keeping the focus on your legs here, put them down, pull your hands to your feet, just like we did in the cat and cow. Small lift here, shoulders are away from the ears, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna push into your hands, push into your feet, lift into the dog pose, and make it a bit smaller, because maybe you cannot bend your knees because your dog pose is so big. So take a little step back, make it a bit smaller, even smaller, Edu. Yes, that's it. Yeah, there you go. So imagine someone is coming and pulling your hips back in space. This is a beautiful dog pose. And now we can actually move here. So let's just bend one knee at a time, like we're doing a bit of a pouncing pony here. And now you can feel that nice stretch for the hamstring. So one knee to the chest, the other one is trying to get straight. Pushing the floor away so your neck is free here. Shoulders are strong. And let's inhale, find that stillness here and lift your right leg up. Kick it a little bit more behind you, like you're trying to push into the back wall. This is also a nice stretch for your left hamstring, so don't lift your leg up, but kick it back. Inhale. Bend your knees, Nina. Yes, exhale, bring your knee to the chest and move to the front. And we're here again. Beautiful. So everything we're doing for the hamstring, we should keep the hips right in the center. Same here. We don't want to twist and open. We want to make them look forward. So roll your tailbone under you. Inhale, reach your hands forward and up. Exhale, lift open and up. Practice the strength and the breath here. Something that's simple as this position, but we want to feel a lot of opening on that left hip. Take another deep breath in here. And then exhale, bring your hands to the front. And this time we're going to step the left foot next to the right. As you're stepping your feet, can you keep your feet parallel? That means the outside of your feet are parallel to one another. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. I'm going to make a song about it, guys. I think bend your knees, bend your knees. For the 5th time, bend your knees. Okay, I'm going to keep the knees bent throughout the whole thing, and we're going to lift up. So inhale, exhale, belly button. We're going to go rolling like a little caterpillar. You can take your hands and use them to like sort of stroke your chest, stroke your hips. As you're coming up, your knees are soft and the glutes are nice and active. Inhale, reach your hands forward and up. We're going to repeat that and we're going to add some elements. Exhale, come back down, bending like a little accordion. And we're going to step the left foot back. We're going to meet again in that lunge. So one more moment to again activate the left glute. We're nice and strong in your hips. And then take your hands, fold them and put them behind your head. And we're going to do a little bit of spine flossing here. So it's going to be a very small movement. We're going to inhale, stay up, maybe lift your chest a little bit higher. Exhale, bring your elbows in, chin to the chest, and then elbows to the chest. Inhale, roll the same way up. At the very end, you can feel that your chest is getting lifted up with the magical hook. And as we exhale, we bring the elbows, chin, chest down. Something very small, but can be very intense. So just take your time, do it a few times. Repetition here is the key. And again, we're flossing our nervous system. So it's not necessarily for your muscles, but it's for your nerves. that are actually the ones who are guiding our movement. So your hamstrings might not be tight or short at all, but they might be just not ready from the neurological point of view. So let's do it one more time. Inhale, I come with you. Exhale, first chin to the chest, so make yourself really small. Elbows to the heart. And then we're gonna go all the way down. Your left hand is gonna come right next to your right foot. And we're gonna twist open to the right side. And you can let this arm come up. Same like in the beginning, we wanna twist from your rib cage, from the belly, not so much from your shoulders. When you're there, you can just let your head hang. Make your neck relax. Inhale into your back. Exhale, can you still feel that right leg pulling? So we're giving your body this feeling of stability so it can get more flexible in a safe way. And we don't have to force anything. It's just gonna happen by itself because you're encouraging your body to have a nice pattern in the body. Okay. Now let's bring the right hand down. We're gonna lift the left knee up. And we're gonna start walking the hands towards the left foot. The feet are gonna come parallel. And we're gonna bend into that left knee for the side lunge. So your feet are again parallel. The outside edges parallel to the short edge of the mat. We're gonna go all the way to the left side, guys. So it's a left side lunge. So we're not in the middle, we are right on the left side. And you can release your hands because the legs are taking it everything. Yeah, I'm sorry for the back side. Nina, the same. Nina, come way smaller, make it way smaller. Feet are parallel. I can see from here that they are not parallel. And then sit back like you have a magical chair behind you. That's the side lunge. Beautiful. So it's not for your knees, it's really for the hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale. Push into your feet. Can you squeeze your sit bones a bit? Active stretching. That's the one that actually creates more results that stay in your body. One more breath. Really go, shake it all out. And we're going to come back through the center. So we're going to walk the same way we came back. And we're going to step into the dog pose. Shake off the legs a few times. They should feel nice and energized. Maybe one of them feels a bit different. Find that nice structure of the dog pose again. So pushing your shoulders to the ears, lifting your hips to the sky. Knees are bent for the 100th time. Thank you, everyone. We got it now. We're going to lift the left leg up. Don't open the hip. So keep the hip low. Lift the foot back. Really kick it behind you like you're trying to touch onto the wall, touch onto your plants. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee and come to the front. Make yourself so small you can step that left foot in the front. We're here again. So, nice and stable on the hip. You can take a moment to organize yourself, give them a little squeeze. That always helps. And we're going to do this thing again. So, your hands should be right behind your head. Inhale, lift your chest up. This is a time for tiny little back bend. As you exhale, elbows in, chin to the chest, elbows to the chest. So we're just curling the upper part of your spine. Inhale, slowly come up. It's not going to feel like a big thing because we are stretching this entire back line of the body. Exhale. A lot of sensations are happening. So take your time. Keep on breathing. And if it's too intense, you can always just go less. And the last time, as you're curling down, keep on curling down so your spine is nice and rounded. Don't be afraid to round it a bit. Place the right hand on the floor and then open for the twist. I hope it feels a bit easier here to even twist. The other side, exactly. Exactly. And don't look up, just relax your head. Can you breathe more into your back? Like someone comes and puts the hand behind your shoulder blade. Can you try to push that hand away? Use your imagination. We don't have the hands there. One more breath like this. Exhale, place the left hand next to the right. Lift your right leg up. Try to really lift it up. So you're lifting the hips up as well. That makes it a bit smaller. And then we're going to transition to the right side. Keep on going all the way to the right. Hands are in front of your right foot. And then we bend that right knee. Sit back into your right hip. So you can see it from the side that my knee doesn't move too much to the front. It's my hip that goes back. Doesn't have to go low. But it's a strong position that your hamstring is stretching, but also getting a bit more adaptable. You don't want your hamstrings to be just long because then they cannot really work for you. All of us wants to more flexibility, but when you ask yourself, why is this flexibility even needed? None of us probably wants to join the circus anytime soon. Okay, one more breath, we're gonna come back. Come back, I know this one's challenging, that's why we do it once only. Come back to the center. Lift your leg up, bend your knees, and lift your spine up. So long spine here. Bend your knees. Inhale, exhale. Can we feel a little bit more movement? Maybe you can shake it off a little bit, twist it around, play a bit with the position of the feet. Okay. And let's walk the feet to the front again, keeping the knees nice and bent. Sitting back into the hips. This time we're going to try to straighten the legs just a little bit. So bend them very generously. Your chest can be on top of your legs. Fingers on the floor or maybe on the block if you have one. And then squeeze your sit bones like you're holding something between your butt cheeks. And we're going to try to lift it up. We're going to go down and up. Down and up. So if you had a wall behind you, you're going to try to scratch your butt on the wall like a bear. Exactly. Stay down, stay down. The hands are down. You don't have to straighten them, but they're getting a little bit work. Just one more time. And as we inhale, let's bend the knees. And this time we're going to try to come up with the straight spine. So bend your knees a lot. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Push into your feet. Lift your belly up. Ba, ba, ba. Now we're coming up in one piece. Beautiful, guys. Take a moment to shake it out. Let's take a little moment to ground into the standing. Take a little bit of water. I'm going to do one thing for the balance and for our ankles, because your hamstrings, just like the knees, they always appreciate a bit of ankle mobility, a bit of hip mobility. So we're going to get into the center. Feet are right under your hips. Bend your knees a bit. Find yourself a point on the wall that you can look at for balance. And let's shift all the weight to the right foot, lifting the left knee up. And then really push down to the right foot, like you're really trying to make a print of your right foot on the floor. And then let's do a few circles of the ankle of your left foot. That's it. So very small little movement. And it's more important that your leg on the ground stays stable. Amazing. We can add a little bit of knee as well, if you can. So just like we did at the beginning, start small and then add more movement. So your body has time to find balance. Switch directions. Beautiful. So all of these things just to give your hamstrings a bit of love. All right, and then maybe we can take into the hand, put the hand around the toe and do the same thing here. Can we maybe straighten the leg? Maybe just a bit. Just a bit. Think about bringing your leg back to your center. Just our little, exactly. So it's not necessarily just the hamstring, you can feel it around the hip. And we're gonna take it down. You can practice this one later, but it's really about the hip here connection. That's why we do that little exercise first. So come to the center, reset. We do the other side, push into your left foot. Imagine you're on the beach and there is a sand and you're trying to push it down and then lifting that right foot up. Everything is here around the left butt, basically, keeping us nice and stable. You can even hold your hands on your hips and begin the circles of the ankle. So just the ankle, go slower than you want to, so you can really explore all the angles of the ankles. Cindy, the ankle. Ankle, ankle, ankle. Yeah, that's it. And then we can add the knee. So first the ankle, then the knee. We start from the small and then we get bigger. That's it. Fight for the balance. Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. Remember, your breath, it's your main core muscle. So if you're breathing, your core is also on. Switch directions. Yes, 1 foot balance is so important. We always have to try at least few little moments there. And again, you can lift it up, take your hand around the toe, and maybe straighten it just a bit. But feel that we are taking the leg and we're keeping it in your hips. So we're not going forward, we're actually going backwards. There you go. Just breathe there. We're just practicing. There's no goal in mind here, just feeling the process, allowing the body to get stronger. Put the foot down, shake it out. We should feel nice and awake here in the hip flexors. Right, guys, we're gonna put it together. We're gonna add some elements to it. So we're just gonna go slowly, bit by bit. You still can keep your knees nice and soft. So feet under your hips. Inhale, reach your hands forward and up. As you exhale, lift the rib cage away from the hips. So you can stretch the armpits. As you exhale, bend, generous bend in the knees, sit back. We're gonna step the right foot back, bend the knee, but keep your fingers on the floor, maybe on the block. So if you have a block, you can put it under your hands. And we're gonna try right now to just gently stretch that hamstring. So move your foot to the front a bit, the left one, and then pull that foot towards your hip, like you're trying to really drag something on the floor with your foot, and then use that action to give yourself a bit of a stretch to the back. We're gonna come back just to the place that we began, and we're gonna push into the foot and lift the tailbone back. So just a few times for you, little hamstring stretch with a rebound and bounce and rebound. That's it. So here you can really feel how this all connects around the hip. So I never straighten my knee entirely because this is where your nerves are. We don't want to feel the stretch here. We want to feel the stretch here. Exactly. Nina, come back. Back, back, back in space. You're almost in a split. More back, exactly here. All right. So next time you're there, try to find this position when you feel the stretch, but it's not like completely keeping us suffering here. And then we're going to lift the foot up and do a few circles of your foot here. That's it. Keep on breathing. So we have a stretch on your hamstring and we're adding some ankle mobility. Switch direction of the circle, just your ankle is moving. Maybe you can feel yourself relaxing a bit more into the stretch. We're tricking the brain right now a bit. Okay. And we're going to put the foot down and come on up. So nice little stretch here. And then we're going to move that foot to the outside. So we're going to open from the hip. And I show you from the front. It's like a mini warrior. So my hips are to the front. My knees is to the outside. And it's just a few times bounce it a bit back and forward. So find the position that feels good for you. You can change the position of the foot. That left glute is nice and active. Beautiful. And now we're going to find the center. So we're on top of that right leg, lift it up like you're pulling a long sock on your right foot. Take the hands behind your head. And we're going to do the same flossing, but maybe have a look for the first round because we're going to do full circle. So I'm going to inhale here. First, have a look. Don't go with me. Exhale. You're going to bend your elbows, bring your chin down. Now we're going to twist, just like we twisted before. Now both of my elbows are going to look at my left leg. My right elbow is going to open, and I'm going to lift that right elbow up, 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 up to bring me back to the center. This is our last move. It's putting all of these things together. So let's do it together. Inhale. Exhale. We go down. We twist to the left. Right elbow comes up. Lift that right elbow to the ceiling, and then lift your chest up. We got it. Let's go a few more times. So you can go in your own tempo, or you can follow me if you're still a bit lost. And move with your breath, because it's so yummy how everything in our body gets a little bit pulled in that movement. It's one of my new favorites. Beautiful. Yes, and notice where it feels for you the yummiest. I really like the twisting part. Maybe the side bend feels really good. You can finish one more round. So big breath in, lift the chest up. Exhale, make yourself so small to the center, then twist your chest. Open up and come back. Okay, and now we're going to keep that position of your leg as we bring in the hands to the floor. We're going to straighten the right leg, and we're going to come to the floor like this. So your knee is directly to the outside, just about 90 degrees. So I'm like this. I think it's pretty visible, but I'm like this. And that's it. We're going to just take a moment here to relax for a moment. So you can release your hands, release your face, and just be. There is a benefit to active work because it brings us more towards the stillness. So you can completely relax here. Close your eyes if you can. Try to really shut down all the thinking whenever you can. All this analyzing, looking for solution, it doesn't have to happen 24 hours a day. Enjoy just feeling, being in the space, being with your breath. Take a moment to finish the last breath here. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your right toes. I'm going to push up just for a moment. I'm going to take that leg and put it exactly the same shape, but to the other side of the body. So it's going to go across. I'm going to lie down on top of it. It's like a bit of a weird one. So take your time. It's for the outside of your hip here. That's it. So I'm basically just like this. You're good. Yeah, if you ended up in some kind of a pigeon, that's also okay. So just relax. This one is for you to just feel all those tissues from the hips. Maybe some nice yumminess in the back. Allow all of the stuff to melt away. Breath by breath, stay with it. I'm going to do a very nice transition now. So take a last breath here. Take your time to finish the exhale. Take your hands to the floor and gently lift yourself up. And you can just roll to the right side. And we're going to transition to the left side here. I hope we got it, everyone. This feels really good if you're, if your camera is not pointing to the back. I know. But cute transition. So we're going to begin again by just stretching the hamstring. You can move the right foot a bit to the front. And you can even practice this here if this feels easier. Look, I'm really going to think tailbone, 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 tailbone. The knee is bent. So this is the stretch I'm looking for, even with the hands. So when I'm coming back, it's just here. It's not about this. It's just about releasing it for a moment so we can, again, pull it back. Think about bow and arrow, bow and arrow. Inhale. That's what your hamstring is actually doing all day. It's lengthening and contracting. So we're just practicing it, giving it extra awareness, extra breath. Right foot is active, pushing down. If it still feels a bit uncomfortable, just move less. There is no right or wrong here. So accommodate your body, your needs. And we're going to stay in the back for the next time. So we're in the stretch. Tailbone is lifting to the corner of the room. So my tailbone is pointing to the corner now. And then I'm going to move my ankle around. That's it. Our last few moments. So be gentle to yourself. Just be with your body with the last few movements. Change directions of the ankle. Appreciating just the gift of movement without any specific shape, any specific goal. We all have human body that can move. Place the foot down on the ground and lift your chest up. We're going to open the right foot to the outside. See where it goes. Maybe it's somewhere 45 degrees. It doesn't have to be directly out. And then squeeze your sit bones so you can really open the hip here. We're going to do our flossing for the last time. So this one's for your nervous system. Give your nervous system a little bit of love. Inhale, lift your chest up for a small back bend. Exhale, elbows first, chin to the chest, and then elbows to the chin. I'm going to twist to the right side. Twist your whole chest. Lift the left elbow up. Allow this elbow to first come up. This is a nice stretch here, and then we come out. So you can really take your time and enjoy every moment of this movement. Make sure your glutes are active. If you feel like you're falling around, it's probably the left butt being asleep. Exactly. Use the exhalation to twist a little bit more. Can we get a little bit more roundness from the back, a little bit more space here? So it does get easier. We just have to pay attention. Okay. Whenever you finish your circle, you see from here, I'm just putting my hands down. I walk them to the front and I go lie down. So different angle for you, you can see. I'm just plug. Nice and passive, this one, but it has such a nice therapeutic effect for everything in the lower back. So I also like this position when I'm suffering with some lower back tension. Allow the floor to just take you. Give you feedback for the breath. And hopefully it feels a little bit cold in that really hot day. Notice how this side feels comparison to the other. I'm going to take a last breath in here. And take a transition to that other position. So I'm going to show you from here. I push myself up and I just take this like across. So it's just here. It feels a bit awkward. We're lying on top of the leg. It's not a position that we normally do in a daily life, so don't worry if it feels a bit funky. But try to have your whole chest just on the floor so you can breathe into it. Maybe you found your own version of this position, that's also okay. It's a little yummy for the outside of your hip. And as we're taking our last few breaths of this wonderful class, that maybe was a bit challenging because it involves so many elements. Hamstring never works by itself, and it's the same case for every part of your body. So we are looking for a good relationship between what your legs and your arms are doing, what your breath is doing. And that will give us a nice, healthy, and very sustainable kind of fitness. So one more breath here for you. And as you exhale, allow everything to just deflate. Use your hands to slowly push yourself up. And this time you can just roll around onto your back. And we're just going to finish with Savasana. So feet can be on the ground. Or maybe you can straighten them and allow your knees to just lengthen. Your feet can open to the outside. Take care of the chin. So there is this little gentle tuck of the chin. So we maintain a length of your neck. And take one breath to really arrive here. Inhale. Open your mouth. Give yourself a nice Taking the last few moments of this class to celebrate your body, yourself, to feel into all that work we've been doing, allowing that echo of the movement to bring us more in, more connected, more aware of everything that's happening. More relaxed. And in the end, I hope you can find more acceptance for yourself. Because not having a flexibility should not be the reason for anyone to feel any less. We're here to work smarter, but also learn that your body is a gift, no matter how it behaves. Inhale. Exhale. Just be here. Be with the breath.